Hello everyone, as you can see we've got something a little bit different behind us here. This is a 10 count of the Neca figure display stands. I've been looking at these for a while. I see them on Amazon every once in a while. They're crazy expensive. On my last Target run, or Target, I saw them, it was like 10 bucks. So I figured I've been looking at different ways to display my Star Wars Black Series figures, so I thought I'd give it a try. I've seen mixed reviews as far as if they work with Black Series figures, so we'll see what ends up happening. Typically, I end up using acrylic rectangles, pretty small ones, with some museum putty. I have a feeling I'm probably going to still use the museum putty with these figure display stands, but I figured we go ahead and try them out with a couple of different Black Series figures and see how it works. So that's what we're going to do today. Like I said, they make out to be about a buck a piece, so I figured we'd give them a try. It is not meant to necessarily work with Black Series figures, so that's why we'll see if it works. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and take these out and see how they work with some of the more recent as well as some of the older Black Series figures. All right, so we'll go ahead and peel this back a little bit. Hopefully that works. There we go. So it looks like there's a little bit of there's the plastic in there to protect the peg. There's only one peg. I was expecting a little bit more, but we'll see what ends up happening there. It's definitely just plastic, not a whole lot to it. It is made in China, but even if the peg doesn't work, it's a good size to use with the museum putty. And I will go ahead and leave a link to the museum putty as well as to the stands on Amazon. Like I said, I got it at Target, not on Amazon, but yeah, you'll be able to try it out there. See, I just recently unboxed Zero here, so we'll go ahead and try the peg hole there and see how it does. It's a little bit tall, but it fits. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do a little nip of the tip on that. Yeah, that's as far as it's gonna go. So we are gonna need to nip it a little bit and see what happens. Let's go ahead and try. Again, recently I did a First Order Snowtrooper. This is an older figure. That's just not even gonna fit. So, but it does fit for Zero. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get some scissors or some other method to snip that. I might just use the knife, actually. Let's just use the knife. Let's go ahead and just score it a little bit. Just realized you may not have seen that, but just go around it. Again, just scoring it. It wasn't like it was that far off, so we'll see what ends up happening. It's pretty close. Of course, it's a little hard sometimes doing it with the camera. And I'm doing it at the same level here all the way through. And I will be right back. Just want to do it a little bit off the camera there just because it'll be easier for me to get the right angle on that. So I'll be right back after scoring the edges there and just snipping it off the tip. All right, so I was able to nip the tip. Probably took a little bit more than I wanted there, but let's go ahead and try them out. That is perfect. It does it fits in the peg perfectly. Yeah, I'm probably still going to use a little bit of putty with the figures, but that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, Zero is a newer figure, and he fit. The Snowtrooper, the peg is not quite, the peg hole is not quite big enough for this. So let's go ahead and do another one. As you can see, let's go ahead and take a look at the comparison. I don't think it's going to really show up very well as far as the difference. Oop, that's the camera. I took about half off. Let's go ahead and try a different method. Instead of using the knife, I know some of you may not feel, let's just say, as comfortable with that. So we'll go ahead and use a pair of scissors here. See if we can maybe not take off quite as much. And we'll just kind of go all the way around it. Just be careful because, you know, you're probably going to end up making... There we go. Snapped right off there. Okay, so that's a little bit more. Let's see if that's enough for Zero here. Yeah. So, again, leaving a little bit more in there, which is going to be better, because obviously the higher it's going to go, the better connection you're going to get as far as getting it to stand up. Even just a little bit of a peg there, like we've got on the original one, is going to do better than just straight up museum putty. And then when you combine the peg hole with the museum putty, I think I'm going to be really happy with that. Thought we'd also go ahead and try out, I mean, it's not super old, but he's not super new either. This guy here. So he actually has 4 peg holes, 2 on each foot. So let's go ahead and try the back one. That works. And the front one works as well. Let's go ahead and try the longer peg hole. Yeah. There we go. That's going to be perfect, actually. I really like that. So, like I said, I'm probably still going to use a little bit of museum putty just to reinforce it. But the Neca display stands seem to work well with the newer Black Series figures if you nip the tip of it a little bit, because it's just a little bit long for the Black Series figures. It'll work scoring with a knife as well as you saw with the scissors as well. So that's that. If you have any questions, make sure to ask down below. I will leave a link, like I said, to both the museum putty and the stands on Amazon. The stands on Amazon are a little bit more expensive typically than what you'll see in stores, so definitely recommend Target. If I can find a Target link, I'll include that down below as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, ask down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you do not already subscribe to the channel, I invite you to do so. We do lots of things on the channel that a professional geek might find interesting, and me myself, being a professional geek, like to share things that are of interest to me and will hopefully be of interest to you as well. So with that, have a great day.